This teacher thought she could push me on the stage, like throw me on the stage in front of the whole of the college. And welcome back to another video on my channel. As you can see in the title, I'm going to be doing a little story time. This is going to be my third story time. The first one was my labour and delivery story. I'll link that down below. And the second one I did yesterday. That was, it wasn't meant to be a story time, but it turned out to be a story time anyway. This is my third one. So yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, I don't want anyone to think I'm crazy because of the title. It wasn't actually how it's been said. You have to literally watch the whole video to understand and know what happened and why it happened and the actual truth. So let's start, right? I was in a college in East London. Not really gonna say it, but I went to college in East London 2015. Started in September. I was doing a course, hair and beauty therapy. So I'd done hairdressing and I'd done beauty therapy in the one course, right? And like it all went well for the first like month or so, and then I had a friend that joined. Her name is Jackie. She said I can mention her name in the video, but her name is Jackie, and then she came and like, I don't want to sound horrible or anything, but my class, I was like only black girl in my class. Like my class is all like either foreign people or like white, no problem, but I was the only black person in my class. And when she came, it was like everything kicked off. Oh my god, everything just kicked off, right? So yeah, I became friends with her. A lot of people might know her because I used to be with her like every day. She's always on my Snapchat story and everything. Everyone who knows me basically knows her, basically, like, and everyone who knows her knows me. So yeah, she came and it just went mad. Like me and her was just naughty. Like I don't regret it though. I don't know why. I think I'm too young to actually regret it. Like this was only 3 years ago. Like I don't regret it at all. We were so naughty. Like we'd be in the lesson, and obviously she was always late for college, even though she lived closer to the college. Like she lived like 4 bus stops away from the college. And I lived like half an hour away, and I always got there before her. She was coming late, and this, do you know the ones when you have a friend that comes late for everything, and when they're late you just start laughing and everyone's like, why is she laughing? She came late and I was just laughing all the time, and the teacher was like, oh, here they come, Shania and Jackie. Like that was, it was just us two. The teacher didn't like us at all. Like, at the start we were just friends, whatever. We didn't think anything of it. Like we're just friends, no naughtiness or anything. She didn't know I was naughty, I didn't know she was naughty. We didn't know we both had attitude, basically. We just clicked. And Amina just started mucking about, was being silly, was doing her work. Well, she wasn't really doing her work. She did this girl, right? Yeah, she done her work, but she just had so much attitude. The teachers always said to me, like, they always used to tell me behind her back, like, oh, stop being her friend. Yeah, so the teachers always used to be like, oh, stop being her friend. Like, don't tell her I said this and everything. So I just thought, like, don't tell me what to do. I never used to listen, right? Yeah, cool, I never used to listen, yeah. At all. I didn't care. We started calling each other best friends. It was so bad. Like I'm telling you now, it was so rude. Like we even planned, yeah, the teacher that I hit, yeah, me and her planned to lock her in her room and just stick it on her, like stick it on her as in like get bare rude to her, because she was so horrible to us. Like she would come and target us and everything all the time. Like teachers just didn't like us. At the start they liked me, and then when she came they didn't like both of us. Like they just couldn't stand us. They was always like, oh, you two just you're twins, like you're trouble, like you two are poisonous to each other. That's what I used to say. They used to like, they just couldn't stand us. I was doing my work. I don't know about her. I was doing my work, yeah, because I loved hairdressing. I loved beauty. Like I loved doing facials and like manicures, pedicures. We even started waxing. I liked waxing and eyelashes. Like I've always loved it. Yeah, like we used to bunk as well. We used to bunk college. Me and her used to go out at lunchtime, and our lunch would be like an hour. We'll be on for 3 hours. We'll come back, and then the teachers would be like, where have you been? And we'll just be like, oh, like we thought lunch ended at like 3, and they'll be like, but college finishes at 4. How can you have a lunch from 12 to 3? We're just like, oh, we thought we had a lunch, whatever. We was just so naughty. I can't even tell you the amount of stuff me and this girl used to do. Not even in school, just outside school, as college as well. Like we were so naughty, so bad. We used to come late. I never went late for college because my mum is very strict. Like if I didn't go into college at a certain time, it would be beef. Like my mum would go mad. She would shout at me. I'll get in bare trouble. Like and the thing is with her, say if I said to her I'm ill, can you call the college and say I'm ill? She wouldn't call up and say I'm ill. She'd call up and be like, oh, she's in bed, she's not getting out of bed. That's what my mum would do. She would never defend me like even though that's what she should do. Like, I'm gonna do that to my daughter as well. Like, if she lies and says she's ill, I'm gonna call the school and be like, she just don't want to come in today. Like, I don't care, I'm a snitch. But yeah, so this is so bright. I remember one point, yeah, it got to like the ending of the year, we had parents evening, and the teacher was like, it was the worst. I can't believe the teacher did this. Yeah, I'm gonna call this teacher who didn't like me. I'm not gonna call this teacher. I'm still thinking. I've been thinking for like 2 minutes. I'm gonna call this teacher Elizabeth. Her name is Elizabeth, but I'm gonna call her Elizabeth. Cool. So one time I had parents evening, and Elizabeth sat opposite me, and I came with my boyfriend now, Jordan, and my mum, and the teacher was just sitting there like bashing off Jackie to me and my mum and Jordan. She was like,
I need to stop your daughter from being friends with this girl. She's the toxic teacher. She's making your daughter bad. Your daughter was never bad until she came. She's really naughty. She's a horrible girl. She's rude to me.
Like, she's just saying so much stuff about this girl, and then my mum was sitting there like, who's this girl? My mum was like, oh, is it the girl you brought to the house? I was like, yeah, it's the girl I brought to the house. But we never had attitude to our actual teachers. Like, we had like, actually no, we did have teachers. We liked our tutor. My tutor's name was
Amanda.
That was her name. She was actually nice to us. Like, she would always be like so sweet to us and everything. But then we went to hairdressing, we had a teacher, I'm not going to say her name, but we didn't like her. Like, remember one time, yeah, I used to have my hair like this in college, yeah, not like this but tied up. And one time I must have undone this plait, and the teacher must have came and touched my shoulder and was like to me, why are you undoing your hair? And I was like, I'm just gonna undo my plait back up. I didn't do my plait again, like, it looks messy. And she was like, no, make one of the students do it. And I was like, no, like, I'm not letting a student do my hair. I don't care if we're in hairdressing, I'm here to learn how to do hair. She said to me, if you plait back your hair, I'm gonna exclude you and you're gonna get sent home. Not being rude, like, I was friends with all the girls in my class, don't get me wrong, but I just said no. Like, how can you tell me what to do with my own head? Like, so I just done my plait back up, and then she sent me out. And then that's when Elizabeth came and was shouting at me in her office. Like, she took me in the office, sat me down and shut the door, and she was so rude. Like, you know when you want to be rude to someone but you know you can't. She went to that, like, the point where she could be as rude as she can, but not over the edge, if that makes sense. So she couldn't do as much as she could have done. Any little thing I'd done, she'll send me like out of class and make me sit in reception. Like, I can't even explain the hate she had for me and Jackie. She didn't, like, she always used to call my mum. Yeah, it came to like the end of term, right? So this was in about, it might have been April, right? Let me just say it was April, right? So April came and we had a show. When you're doing hairdressing, beauty therapy or media makeup, we do like a catwalk at the end of the school, at end of the year. So we had a catwalk where basically we had to think of a theme, and a partner in your class had to do like a makeup look on you and a hairdressing look, and we got to do a catwalk on stage, and obviously it was all recorded. Basically whoever was the looked the best won. So like, say if I was in a partner with Jackie, for example, which we wasn't in partner, we wasn't allowed to even be together. Came to point, we was not allowed to be together. Say if me and her was in a pair, and she done a makeup look on me, I done a makeup look on her, and whatever, we would both win that, basically. Not just me for doing the makeup, we would both win together. I don't know what the prize was, but we both won. So we knew that was coming up. So that's what me and her thought, we need to pattern up, we need to fix our behaviour and attitude. But we said it in our head to each other. We just said, oh, we're going to be good in college, but we just didn't do it. Like, we said we had our mindset to being good in college, but we just did not do it. Like, we didn't. I don't know if she's going to watch this and think I did care, but she didn't care. Me and her did not care at all. And then, yeah, so we started going on track a bit for like the first week or so. It was good. We was on report as well. I think we was on report. I remember sometime we done some silly thing, right? When college finished, me and her went in the college room, and there was like these wax pots, and we were just flicking it around. I put it all over her. She was scared for me to rip it off of her. Like, we were so reckless. I can't even tell you like how bad me and this girl was. I remember one day I was in the college, right? The teacher turned around and said to me, if you want to stay in this college, you cannot be friends with her. But like, even if you're friends outside of college and we see you, we're withdrawing you from the course. Yeah, the teacher to me straight, there's no more friendship with you and her. Like, if we see you in the area our college was in, together we're withdrawing you from the course. If we see you in the college together, even on lunchtime, you're getting kicked off the course. She will stay, you'll get kicked out. And I was like, how can you tell me I can't be friends with certain people? Cool if you're telling me not to be with them in college because we're troublemakers, cool. But you can't tell me that we can't chill outside of college. We did every day. Like, we was with each other every day outside of college, or we would go out to like Westfield and just chill in the food court, which is what everyone had done when they were very naughty. And I don't even know why I used to do it, but I'd done that until like 2 years ago. For like 2 years I was going there every day, just chilling with bare people. But yeah, so I must have told her one time. Yeah, I told her, I was like, oh, Miss said that we can't chill with each other. If we do, we'll get kicked out. Did we listen? No. we didn't listen. We still chilled with each other, like we didn't care. But I came to a point where Miss knew we was not listening to her at all. Like she knew that we was not listening. We did not care what she said. Like we didn't care at all. Like fully, we didn't. Like none of us should listen. We didn't care. It was on report, and she made all the teachers dislike us. But our form tutor, she said to us, she likes us. She knows we're naughty. She knows we don't really like focusing in the lesson. But we need to behave or we're going to get kicked out of the college and we're going to fail. The teacher had the mindset that we was both going to fail our course. Like she said straight, like, you're going to fail your course. Like you're going to fail your course. And I never listened. I had a mindset that I knew I was going to fail. Like, I just thought, cool, I'm here. I'm going to fail anyway. Like that's one different story to what happened next. But yeah, we just, as I said before, me and this girl, we did not care about college at all. Like we wasn't focused. We did split up and go to a new college together. And she was there for a couple of months, I think. I stayed there for the whole year. I focused in that college. I did pass my course in that second year of college. I did focus and everything because I fell pregnant. We started a new college in September. I fell pregnant in February. So from about September to February, I was a bit, I wasn't the best behaved, but I was a bit better than I was in my old college class. I was doing maths and English. So it was a massive group of us and we all just had to be good in the one class because we didn't have to switch classes and go to different teachers. So yeah, we went to the same college together as well the year after. Anyway guys, now I'm going to get on to the part where I attacked a teacher. Well, I didn't actually attack her. We attacked each other. But yeah, well, let's get into that part. Alright, so I remember the actual date of this catwalk, right? I remember I came in, Jackie came late, and I was sitting down with someone. I think I did do Jackie's makeup that day. Like, I'd done some flowers on her face for the catwalk, and I'd done her hair in like 2 buns. I can't 100% remember what makeup we done. I just remember I done her makeup, she done some girl's makeup, and that girl done my makeup. But I remember I actually did do her makeup look. The day of the catwalk, we were to be in at a certain time. It was so hectic because I think everyone was running behind schedule on the day. And obviously this is the day we knew we had to focus because this had to make us pass our course. Everyone was getting like dressed up. The class we was in was our form class, and our tutored class, and that's where like everyone was getting their makeup done in that class. And in the class next door, everyone was getting their hair done. I don't like people touching my hair, so I just had my hair like, I think I had it in like a slick ponytail, and I just got my makeup done. I can't remember what makeup was like though. Yeah, she kept coming in and out of the classroom and she was like making sarcastic comments to us the day on like the catwalk, they're gonna mess around and da-da-da-da. She was saying so much shit, but we couldn't turn around and be like, oh, like don't talk to us like that, because she'll kick us out of the room. So we just stood there, got our makeup done, whatever. And then I remember we had the last half an hour left, and then she spoke to me and was like, catwalk's gonna be in half an hour, you need to be prepared. Like, don't stand with Jackie, like do not go with her at all. I don't need to see like be with her because I know you can do this, like, I know you've got this. I was like, Elizabeth, I'm not being rude, but like normally you're horrible to me, you don't like me. She's like, I do like you, you're a very good student. I was like, no, you don't like me. But let me tell you now, she was not even toxic to me. Like, she wasn't, the only thing Miss didn't like about her is that she would be late for college. That's it. We had the same mindset, me and her. Like, me and her would like back chat together, talk crap together. We wasn't rude to the teacher except from Elizabeth, but we was good to the teachers. Like, was never as bad as the teacher made us out. She tried to tell me the girl was toxic. How is she toxic? Like, I know what a toxic friend is. She was not toxic. So the catwalk came and everyone was walking down to the stage. We were going to the catwalk, and everyone was going like, I think they were going in one by one. So on the catwalk, it would be like the person who, say for example, I done Jackie's makeup. It would be me going there, standing there, so everyone knows that I done her makeup. Then she'll come on and do the catwalk with her hand on her hip, walk up to the catwalk, do a little pose for the cameras, and then come back. And oh my god, yeah, this is where it kicked off. Listen, get your popcorn out. It was my turn to go on the catwalk, yeah? And I was talking to Jackie about something. I don't know what I was talking about, but I turned around and was talking to her and a few other girls. And all I felt was someone like pinched the back of my arm. This was Elizabeth, yeah, deep it. You see, like Kay is bare sensitive. If someone pulls that bare tight, you're gonna get a bruise regardless. She pinched it so tight and she literally threw me on the stage, like, not like that, but she grabbed me and was like, hurry up and go. And I swear to God, yeah, listen, I think I ruined everyone's day that day. I turned around and I grabbed her, and after I pushed her and I started swearing, I was like, don't grab me, who do you think you are? I'm gonna get my mum down to the college, don't ever touch me again. I started shouting at her and she got so shook, she stood back. So I didn't physically hit her, but I pushed her, like, I didn't care, like, I basically threw her. She grabbed me so tight, like, I can't even express how bad it was. Like, she grabbed under here and she threw me. Like, how can a teacher touch a student? Like, she got both through. Oh my god, I just remember when I got home, I was fuming, I was shouting down my house. I was like, Mum, call the college now. Like, I was boning out, I was going mad. She literally threw me. I turned around and I went mad. Like, I can't remember how angry I was, but I pushed her so hard. Like I remember she dropped on 2 of the students, and then everyone looked at me and was like, "Bro, like, why did you do that for?" I was like, did no one see what she'd done to me? They were like, the teachers were like, why would you do that for? After I said that, I went on the catwalk, but my face was like straight like this. And I walked in with my hand on my hip like this, yeah, and I was like walking. I done a pose like this. Looked at the other camera, and I turned back and walked back. And I carried on showering, and I was like, I started swearing. I'm not going to swear because I know little kids watch this, but I was like, how can she touch me? Is she dumb? I was shouting because she grabbed me. Like, how could she? Not even my mum like froze me like that. The way she didn't throw me, but the way she pulled me was crazy. Like, I can't remember 100% because I just remember I was going mad. But she threw me so hard, like my body went boom, and like I basically tripped on the step of the stage. And I stood there and I walked and I came back and I was like, I pushed her back, and then everyone was going mad at me. And when the catwalk was over, I just saw the teacher, Elizabeth, right at the back, and everyone was standing there saying, oh my god, we saw that, like, she pushed you. 3 people saw that she pushed me, but the rest of us, there was like hair and beauty level 1, then there was hairdressing, hairdressing level 1 and 2, and there was beauty therapy level 1 and 2. So there was 5 classes there. There was like 5 classes, there was like 50 people standing there, and only 3 of them saw she pushed me. When I pushed back, everyone was reporting me. And so we started walking back down towards the corridor now, and she was at the back, and I was like, oh, I started swearing. I was like, just pushing me, I'm gonna go mad, watch after college, I'm gonna lock her in a room and stick on her. That's what I was saying, I was gonna lock her in a room. Like, I was going so mad because I've never got mad at a teacher. Everyone knows me, even in school, yeah. I had attitude to teachers, I used to backchat, but I never swore at teachers because I was shook of the outcome from my mum. Like, I didn't want to get my mum to tell me off and that. So I never swore at teachers, but I swore at her because, like, how could a teacher actually grab me? Like, it wasn't even a grab, she like swung my arm, like it was bare tight, like my body spun and I tripped on the step, and she just looked back as if like, oh, who just did that to her? That's how she did it. She done it and looked back to make it like someone behind her did it. I went crazy, and then, so yeah, walking down the corridor now, I must have turned back, and then some other teacher, I really like this teacher.
And at the time, I didn't know this, but I went to school with her daughter, and my brother is friends with her brother as well, so basically like all connected is crazy.
And she was like to me, oh, I think you should say sorry to the teacher because you hurt her feelings. And I was like, I turned around and I was like, why am I going to say sorry to teachers who just hit me? Like, she was like, no, she never touched you. Like, she's upset. Like, she's really scared you scared her. I was like, no. She just grabbed me and threw me on the stage. Like, threw me, a student, on the stage and just grabbed me bare tight, like, and spun me around. Like, the worst thing that happened was the fact that I turned back around and I grabbed her by her shoulders and I pushed her bare hard. Like, I didn't actually hit her, but she was crying. I remember she was crying, but she didn't cry until after school, after college, when she spoke to me in the office. But she didn't even say sorry, imagine, but I'll get onto that part after. She stood there on a calm thing, like she didn't even apologise or anything. But the teachers were like to me, oh, say sorry, you scared, and all the students were walking past me looking at me like just looking down, shaking their head. And I said straight, I was like, what's the problem? Like, why is everyone giving me that look? I was bare angry because how can the teacher just do something to me and no one saw, but as soon as I do something back to her, everyone wants to think I'm a criminal. But I do understand why people didn't clock what she done, because she done it on a sly one. Because when she done it to me, the time she done it, people was walking off the catwalk. Like, people was walking off of the catwalk, so they was focusing on the people that looked all pretty, came off the catwalk. When she done it to me, no one actually saw. And I know she felt bad because she was crying. Like, why are you gonna cry unless you feel bad? Or maybe I embarrassed her. So I had to come close to the camera because the light, oh, it's even worse now anyway. I just remember I reported it to a teacher, like my form tutor, and my form tutor didn't believe me. Like, I said to her, she pushed me first. She was like, no one saw that, like, it wasn't seen. And I was like, but if you look on the catwalk camera, you can see I tripped on the stage. But I know for a fact these lot saw it. Like, you know, after when you look back on the video and you see that, obviously the catwalk was like, say for example, I was walking from here, yeah, down this way. The camera was at the end, but I came from a distance, like from here. So I feel like the camera caught me tripping, but I didn't see if I got pushed. It looked like I fell on the steps. So that's why no one believed me. Like, no one at all believed me. And the worst thing is I really wanted to stay in that college for the year after because it was local to my, like, when I used to live with my mum, it was local to like my mum's house. So I really wanted to stay in the college. So let me get into the part where I found out I was getting kicked out. All right, so later on that day, I remember I was in the classroom and everyone was just talking about something. And then I walked out with my friend Jackie, for example. I don't know if she's gonna remember this, but I walked out with her and then was walking through the corridor and we saw the teacher, Elizabeth, and she stopped us and was like, oh, if you guys want free, because you had to pay for the photos to get your catwalk photo, but she was like to me, oh, if you two girls want free photos, let me know, I'm going to give it to you, we'll send it to you by the post, give us your address, your email, like, you don't have to pay. And I just stood there and I don't know, like, I just stood there and I was bare angry, because it's just like, you just touched me and you want me to be blessed with you, she's trying to buy love basically by telling me that she's going to give me free photos. So I was like, nah, like, I'm not having free photos, you know, what's that going to do? Like, you push me. What is free photos gonna do? What is free? Seriously though, like, give me money instead. I'll take that, but I'm not forgiving her. Whatever. So I remember she said she wanted to speak to me, and I said to Jackie, wait outside for me while I was talking to the teacher. But I was sitting there like looking down, like my arms were crossed like this, and I was sitting there like, when the teacher was talking to me, like, yeah. And Jackie waited outside for like 20 minutes, but because it was too long, she had to end up going. But I just said to the teacher, like, I'm not being funny, but you pushed me. And she was like to me, oh, tomorrow come into college, you're going to make a decision if you can stay in or not. And I was like, why? And she was like, oh, because, like, I think she said something next, what I forgot it was, but she said something like, it wasn't gross misconduct, what was it? I forgot, but she said a word where it was just like, we're going to see if you can come into college tomorrow. But she said to me, don't come in at 9 o'clock, come in at 11:30. So I knew I had a meeting with my mum. I was so shook, but at the same time, I knew my mum was going to believe me. So I got home that day, and I'm such an actor, innit? When I was in school and I get in trouble, I'll go home and cry and act like it wasn't my fault. My mum she never used to believe it though. I remember going home and I was like to my mum, I was like, Mum, Elizabeth, she threw me on the stage. She grabbed me by my arm and swung me and I fell over on the stage. No one saw it. And she started crying and all the teachers were telling me to say sorry. My mum was like, what? What do you mean a teacher touched you? I was like, Mum, a teacher touched. My mum was the type of person, she always said to me, if they bring back the canes in this time, if her kids were bad and our kids got slapped by the teacher, then it'll be our fault for being rude. I thought she wouldn't tell me off because, like, if someone's bad, they should get disciplined. That's how I look at it anyway. So I was crying. My mum was like to me, she said to me, get your coat and shoes on, we're going to the college now. Like, we're going to the college now, and we're speaking to that teacher now, like, we're going to get that teacher kicked out of college. I was like, no, Mum, there's no point. There's no proof she pushed me. Only 3 of my friends saw it. And my mum was like to me, get your 3 friends to write out something to prove that the teacher touched you, because if not, you're going to get kicked out of college. You know, I didn't want to get in trouble, because back then I was scared of everything. So I was like, no, Mum, I don't want the police to get involved. She's like, why do the police get involved? Like, teacher touched you. And I was like, no, Mum, like, I'm scared. But then she just said to me, like you got a meeting tomorrow, we're going to go to the meeting. But little did she know, the meeting wasn't for her, it was for me. So I went to college the next day, and the teacher sat there, had a bit of paper, and said to me that I'm getting withdrawn from the course. Me, get withdrawn from the course? For what? For defending myself. So I was like to the teacher, why am I getting kicked out of college? She's like, oh, because you attacked a teacher brutally or something like that. And I was like, how did I attack you? You touched me first. I told you this already yesterday. You know, you pushed me first. She's like, I didn't push you. I just patted your back to go a bit forward. I was like, right, is that what you're on? Like, you're making out. You're going to make up to everyone that I actually hit you, and you're the one that touched me. Like, she is the one that touched me. Like, oh, no one understands. Like, it sounds like a lie, but it's not. She touched me first. I remember my friends telling me from then, report it right now. If you don't report it and you wait too long, they're going to kick you out and then you're going to fail. And I was like to my friends, no, it's calm, like, I'm going to pattern it. Looks like I'm wearing highlight and I'm not. I should listen to my friends and my mum. They told me from then, report it on the same day or you're not going to get anywhere with it. I didn't listen, and I wish I did, because I could have... I just remember I got kicked out of college, and me, back then I was so naughty. I did not care. The same day she told me to go home, I didn't go home. I stayed in the college. I don't even know why my tutor didn't tell me to go home, because she knew I got kicked out. She let me come in the lesson and sit down and do my work. I was so quiet. No one understands. I was so quiet, yeah, that day. I sat down and done my work. This was like, are you right? I was like, yeah, I'm fine. She was like, but you're doing your work. Like, you never sit down and do your work. And I was like, I want to pass my course. Like, at this point, I deeped it like, rah, I need to be serious. I need to pass my course. I actually have to do my work. So I was sitting there doing my work all day. Teacher came into me, but she didn't want to embarrass me in front of the class. Yeah, Elizabeth. She told me after the lesson, she was like, oh, you need to go home. Like, you're withdrawn from the course. You need to hand back in your ID to the security at the front. I'm withdrawn from the course. And I was like, even if I do get withdrawn from the course, I'm not giving back my ID. I need my ID. Like, I want my ID. I want to show it to my kids. But I kept the ID anyway. But, you know, from then, yeah, it sounds crazy, but you know, I got kicked out of college. I still went in. Because my mum told me straight, like, you're not staying in the house. You're not staying in the house. Like, I'm not letting you stay in the house. I said, okay, I'm going to go to college then. So, every day from then, I'm not saying every day from then, but I think this catwalk was in May and I finished the course in June. I went into college every day from then. I don't even care, like, I went into college and I still passed my course. Can you believe that? I still came out of my qualification. So right now I've got my level 1 beauty therapy and my level 1 hairdressing. I passed my course. How did I pass my course? Apparently I was bad and toxic, but I still passed my course. So that teacher was wrong. But I never, don't get me wrong, I didn't go into college when she was there. I only went into college when she wasn't there. I remember the day, it was my last day and Miss told me to come in. I think I had college on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but I went in on Tuesday and Thursday. And I caught up with my work because I really wanted to pass. No one understands that I was so interested in hairdressing and beauty. I still went in and passed my course, and now I've got a qualification. So yeah, I'm not even doing this video to influence people to be naughty, but personally I was brought up to like, no, if someone hits you, you hit them back, whether they're an adult or not. I don't care if you're my teacher, I don't care if you're my doctor, I don't care if you're my nurse. If you touch me, I'm touching you back 100%. Like, everyone knows this already. Like, I don't get how some kids just think like someone slaps them and they go home crying. Like, I will slap you back. I'm gonna so I know it sounds bad, but I'm gonna bring up my daughter to know that as well. Defend, not attack someone, but defend yourself. If you're in school and lesson and someone says they don't like you and they slap you in your mouth, slap them back in their mouth. Like, don't just stand there and come home crying to me, because if you come home crying to me, I'm gonna slap you. I'm joking. I'm not joking. I don't believe in someone hits you, go and snitch and the teacher's gonna sort it out, because I guarantee that teacher who told you not to attack back the person would tell their kids to hit someone back. For a fact. Who gets hit and doesn't do anything back? But in September I went into the college to enroll to go to do level 2. I wanted to do hairdressing because my boyfriend was really supporting me then. Like, he said to me to do hairdressing because I really wanted to do beauty, because I'm always, everyone knows this, yeah, I've always been interested in waxing and eyelashes. Like, I've always done people's waxing and their eyelashes. I've always loved doing it. I went back to do it and my boyfriend said to me, do level 2 hairdressing because I'll get my money out of it. Went to apply for it and guess what they said? Guess who interviewed me? Guess who interviewed me when I went to enroll at the college? This teacher, Elizabeth, was at the interview when I was trying to get back into her department to do level 2 hairdressing. The way I turned back out the door and went home, because I knew I wasn't going to get in. Like, no, don't get me wrong, I didn't just stand there and get like kicked out. I sat there and I spoke to the lady, and my mum was, I think my mum was there as well, I don't know. Don't think she was actually. I sat there and I was just like to the teacher, sorry. I was like, I'm sorry, and she was like, no, it's too late. Like, even if you said sorry on the day, you wouldn't have been able to come back in the college. But I was like, but I passed my course. She was like, doesn't matter if you passed your course, you're just not getting back into the college. And I was so upset because I really, really liked that college. But I don't even know why I wanted to stay in the college, because my friend, I knew she wasn't going to get kept in the college. So I didn't even know why I wanted to stay there. But it doesn't matter anyway, because I went to another college in Essex and I got in, done my qualification for, I think I did GCSE, maths and English, and I passed it because I didn't get my maths and English GCSE in school, I'll be honest with you, and I passed it in my first year of college. But that was only because I was focused and I had a big thing on my head telling me like, you're gonna do it, you're gonna pass. I never thought I was gonna make it and pass, but I did. But you know, it's actually crazy because I'm friends with some people now that was in my class in college when I went to my second college. And imagine, the class started off with 25 people and ended with 4 people, and I was one of them, and the other 5 people, sorry, I was one of them, and the rest of them were boys. So it was me with 4 boys in the class. So I had no choice but to be good, because I'm not playing with a boy. I'm not gonna sit down and play with a boy and fail my course. But I fell pregnant in February and I just done my course, I passed. Can you imagine? It sounds like a lie. I was the only person in the whole class that passed. Like, big me up on that one. I stayed in college, yeah, my second college, from September to July, and I'm the only person out of my whole course that passed. So no one can ever say that I'm a failure, because I know some people think like people that have kids young are people that failed in life and just had a kid because they know they can get money out of that. I don't know how people have. But yeah, I'm actually so proud of myself though, because I got kicked out of my first college and passed my course. When I went to my second college, I got kicked out of that one as well, even though I was pregnant. I got kicked out because apparently I was smoking. I don't smoke, but I used to chill with people that used to smoke, and we all came to lesson together and all of us smoked together. I wasn't pregnant at this point actually. But people I used to chill with in college used to smoke a lot. When we came back to class, all of us got put down as smoking, so I got kicked out of the college for that. But I came back in the year later in September, so that was like 2017. I came back in September, and they let me back in the college when I was pregnant. I stayed for like a month and done my beauty course, and then left because I gave birth. And then yeah, that's a different story. So literally, the outcome of all of that, yeah, I still passed my course when I got kicked out of my first college when I apparently attacked the teacher. The second college I went to, I got kicked out of that as well for apparently smoking, and I don't smoke. That was it. Now I've got my beautiful baby. I've got my beautiful baby. Now I've got my beautiful little daughter, I've got a good boyfriend, we have a house, we have a car. Like, we're so happy now. It's crazy. I'm so proud of my boyfriend as well. Like, everything happened so quick. We moved house, he's got a good job, he's got a car. Like, I'm so proud of everything. Even my daughter, like, I'm so happy. That'll be the end of the video. I hope you guys did like this. I hope you, if you didn't believe it, then you don't believe it. It's up to you. I hope no one leaves her thinking I'm gonna unsubscribe to her because she's crazy. I am not crazy. Yeah. You know that saying, yeah, treat people how you wanted to be treated. She treated me like crap, I treated her like crap. So obviously she wanted to be treated like crap, because treat people how you want to be treated, and I got her back. So yeah. But if you did like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. I'll be so appreciated. That's the end of the video, guys, and hopefully I see you soon. Goodbye.